So we're going to end off the episode. We're going to talk about something that's very, very topical right now. And of course, it's going to be the U.S. tariffs. So obviously we know that the Trump administration has announced this 25% tariff across the board for all goods coming from Canada. So, and Mexico obviously as well. So did you want to kind of walk us through kind of what your, how you reacted when you heard that news, how you think it might impact your business?
So whenever I see these things come up, I just kind of ignore them until it becomes like, oh, I have to do something about it. Because people kept like chiming in and asking, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, what am I supposed to really do? And then I looked into it, and then I looked at our customer base, and 47% of orders in the last year was directly to the US.
Wow.
It's like half your business.
Yeah. And then I was like panicking again, overthinking, like, what am I going to, like, what would I do without half those sales? Like, I wouldn't have been able to keep like the team and to grow, like half sales being just gone like that.
It's scary. And plus like half your team, like you said, is like your family too, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of stress.
So it was a lot to think about losing all of that. But then I realized like I pay duties on some things that I ordered too. So I realized like it wouldn't just all go away just like that.
How do you think you'll approach the shift?
Well, I think I heard, did you guys hear on the news that it's not happening?
Well, I mean, I know it's postponed
30 days.
for 30 days. I haven't heard anything since
confirmed?
then. Yeah.
I think someone sent me an article and I think it said it's only for like aluminum right now.
So that's actually an additional tariff. So he's introduced aluminum and steel tariff. That is actually going to be, he's a very confusing person.
Yeah.
But what's really bad about that one too is that's going to be compounded, right? So the other one's 25% across everything. And he introduced a separate one for steel and aluminum that's actually going to be compounded on top of that. So steel and aluminum effectively is going to be tariffed at a 50% rate, which is pretty crazy. And of course, he's talking about putting 100% tariffs on cars coming out of Canada. 100% tariff as well. Yeah. So he's getting pretty wild with the tariffs right now. So I mean, time will tell if this does sort itself out. But we really. I think as Canadians, it's really made us realize how we do need to diversify who we do business with. Can't really depend on anyone, it seems like these days. So it's good to diversify for sure.
But I did see like small businesses. I saw a bunch posts. They're like, we want to support Canadian made and other small businesses in Canada. But like if they're supporting one small business, some of them do get products from the US.
Yeah.
Like they can't make their products from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
So they source as well from like maybe China and US. But then that other small business that wants to support them suddenly can't because then their prices are going up.
Yeah.
So it's like this huge ripple effect even if you're still trying to support
So if it was to happen, like would you raise your prices?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I saw someone suggest that I should do discounts to the US because then it like offsets. I would rather do that than raise because then we would lose maybe more customers because
It's a very effective pricing strategy as well, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep it the same.
because then like our community would still be struggling with all the price increases everywhere else. So I wouldn't want to like add to that.
well, hopefully it all works out in the end. I know.
It's just like a huge risk. Like
Yeah.
you really never know
Yeah.
being a small business owner if you
I
have
think
the next day.
most people, small businesses and large businesses alike, are very much against the tariffs. They hurt both sides of the aisle, like we mentioned, raising prices.
They hurt
and
everybody.
Yeah,
Like, who benefits?
Yeah, there's no one that really benefits. It doesn't seem like. If there is someone, I haven't heard about it yet, to be perfectly honest. And I think historically tariffs haven't worked in the past, right? So I'm not really sure what the angle is here, but hopefully it works itself out. Hopefully it is just a negotiating tactic, because the hurt is going to be felt in the U.S. as well as here. Like people are going to end up, like you potentially would have been forced to raise your prices. Other people are going to be having to force to do that as well. So realistically, these tariffs are just going to be taxed on the consumer, right? It's just a consumer tax, essentially, an extra consumer tax. And I don't think anyone really wants that,
I did receive some messages and orders coming in after I made a post about like not complaining, but just like acknowledging the tariff situation. And I got some orders and the note said like, hey, I placed an order because I want to support you. I'm living in the UK right now, but I'm from the US. I'm sorry to hear.
Look at
Oh, wow.
So people were already supporting because of that. So that
Yeah.
kind of made me see like, oh, we might survive it.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
your community pulls through.
exactly. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all about supporting the community. And hopefully, you know, our government will support businesses like yours who potentially could be impacted by this. I think most Canadians would definitely support something like that.